Assalamu alaikum friends. Today we'll be discussing about images and imagination. Albert Einstein once said, and I quote, imagination is more powerful than knowledge. What does he mean when he says imagination is more powerful? He in fact wants us to say that you must form images that is more productive rather than having too much of information. Our mind is such a thing that is prone to forming images. We form images of those things which we actually have seen and we visualize them, and we do also form images of those things which we have not seen yet. We think in a normative sense that these things should be there. For example, as a commoner, I'll be thinking of a future house in Delhi. I'll be thinking of my job, prospective job. I'll be thinking of my bride, etc., etc. There are great people in the world who are visualizing things better than us. They think to contribute to the world in a better way. They try to make this world into a better place to live in, and their thinking is very high. They are having high order thinking, and they think that this should happen, and this should happen, and they form images. What happens when they form images or when they go through imagination? I will be quoting. There is Leonardo da Vinci, the magical painter who had sketched the famous painting of Mona Lisa, a mysterious painting. Once he sketched an imaginary Airbus, or we may say flying machine. By then there wasn't any flying machine, there wasn't any aeroplane in place. He simply imagined that such a machine could be built, and he made a sketch of that flying machine, and under it he wrote the caption that man shall grow wings. This was his imagination, individual imagination. When this imagination was shared in the society, it became collective imagination. And this collective imagination once was translated into the reality. Somebody worked upon it, and a flying machine was made. But after that, you may see that there is a wide network of these aeroplanes, air travel. There are nearly 200 countries in the world, and there are so many aeroplanes flying in the sky. They all are sharing the same sky, the same air space. And this wide network of aeroplanes that is there buzzing every now and then. There must have been some person in whose imagination would have come the wide network of aeroplanes. Then it would have come in the collective imagination of the society. Then somebody would have drafted, made it into possibility. So it is the imagination that once had been there in somebody's mind, then shared in the society, and it had been made into collective imagination. Then somebody would come and make it into reality. Here I bring to my mind one of the famous American scientists. His name was Eli Whitney. Eli Whitney. He was born in 1765. And he was very fond of keeping pets. He had so many pets in his house. He had a cat, and he had other pets as well, and he had caged canary birds. And he had these caged canary birds with him. He would always watch them doing different activities in the cage. Once he found that his cat was trying to catch this canary bird, and it was trying to eat it, but it was protected by the bars of the cage. And again the cat would invade the canary bird, and in fact it got hold upon it. It tried to pull it out of this cage, but what happened in the end? The cat could not get it out from this cage because the bars of the cage would protect the canary bird. He found ultimately there was only a handful of feathers that had been there in the paw of this cat, in the claws of cat. From this, the brilliant scientist found an idea. And he was the farmer's son who was growing cotton. And it was very difficult for them to separate cotton from the cotton plant. He got the idea, the imagination, yes, what if the iron color is made and it would easily separate the cotton from it would protect it, just like if iron bars, iron color. If these things will be connected to each other, just like what happened with this cat and the canary bird, it would separate easily this cotton from this cotton plant. And finally, this imagination was shared in the society. So many scientists worked upon it, and finally, this Eli Whitney invented cotton gin, and cotton industry was revolutionized. So friends, whenever an imagination comes to your mind, never dread to share it. Share it with others. When you'll be sharing with others, some great mind will find a thread from it, and he will be trying to innovate things, and maybe some new product will come to the market, some new invention will come to the market. So while we are gaining knowledge, as Albert Einstein has said, that imagination is more powerful than this knowledge. When we keep images in our mind, we retain the memory, we retain the characters, we retain the information for a longer time. Because here we are not retaining the words in our mind, we are simply retaining the pictures, we are simply visualizing the things. So whenever we visualize a thing, we dream of a thing, then we will be working upon it, and one day we have been created by Almighty Allah. Whatever ideas and thoughts come to us, it is from the heavens. And if some imagination comes to your mind, it is from the heavens. Means God wants you to frame one idea and work upon it. And it is up to us. When an idea comes to our mind, we have to see that nothing is more powerful than an idea whose time has come. When it got imagined in your mind, means it is time has come. You have to work upon it. I have to work upon it. I have to share this ideology of imagination with our friends and with our people, so that somebody will help us in developing new things. So let us go with the imagination. Let's aim big. Let us frame ideas, and let us love these ideologies and imaginations, so that we can help in making this world into a better place. Thank you. Have a joyful day.